Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Anna and I'm a random stranger on the internet talking about beauty. If you're like, wow Anna, that look looks very familiar. Yes it does. I did a chatty get ready with me. Link it somewhere up here. And in it I explained that I am basically a breathing hot mess right now. So it was either film a whole bunch of videos looking like this, or don't get anything filmed. So pardon the repeat multiple looks, but it's just what we're gonna have to do to get through. All right, today I am introducing my, it is a project, like a pan, that shadow project. I was introduced to this, by Too Much Tash. I know she wasn't the original creator of it. I will link the original creator down below if I can. I think it was Alexi. I think I've heard that. Anyway, so I've been watching these, and basically what the project is for different people is they use a random generator to pull different shadows from their collection to try to get more pan usage. So I created a spreadsheet of all my shadows, and I was honestly overwhelmed. I have 454 shadows, and that's just for my big palettes. That doesn't include any of the smaller like quads or trios, anything like that. So I haven't even gotten around to inventorying them yet. I don't have as many of those, but I'm gonna guess I'm probably at about 500 shadows, which is insane. And I have pan on one. Like my pan percentage is 0.002%. Effectively, I have 0 pan percentage on my eyeshadow collection. If you've been watching my Shop My Stash, so far this year, what I've done is like I've just been going in order and using one eyeshadow palette a week, just going through my collection, because I felt like there was a bunch of palettes I had that I had never really spent any time with, and I wanted to get to know my collection better. This past week when I was getting ready, this past month in May when I was pulling my next palettes, I was looking through the collection. I was like, wow, I've actually used most of these palettes. Like I'm to the point now that I have used every palette for at least a week. I obviously have not used them a lot because there's no pan in anything, but every palette has been used. So I felt like now was the time to switch goals around and focus on getting a pan percentage and actually starting to build up my collection of pans, because I love eyeshadow. I really love eyeshadows, and I want my palettes to look used. I want their usage, like I want the palette itself to reflect how much I enjoy the product and how much joy I get out of using it. So I am going to do a project pan on eyeshadows, essentially. So here are the rules for my project. I am going to do 5 shadows at a time, because I am still working on my original Urban Decay Naked palette, because I'm decluttering that at the end of this year. It is not included in the random generator. At the end of the year, it's gone, it's too old. So, but I am still regularly keeping it in the drawer. I'll keep reaching for it and using it. So that one's not included, but I will randomly generate 5 shadows, and then when I hit pan on them, I will roll that one out. Now, some caveats. I am not going to pan like those deep dark chocolate browns or a black. I'm just not going to do it. If I get that one in my random drawing, I only use those to line the lids. I honestly could go through and toss them all, but I don't like when palettes are missing shadows. I just don't like that personally. So I'm not gonna go through and toss them all, but I'm also not going to pan them. That would be miserable, and I have a whole bunch of those. So yeah, so that's rule number 1. If I hit that, and you guys know which deep dark browns I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like, oh, a deep brown. I'm talking about like the ones that are really there to do possibly a smoky eye, but really they're there to like line the lids or line the eyes. So if I get those, I am not going to use them. However, if I draw one of those, what I will do is pick a different shadow in that palette, which gives me a little bit of autonomy in this collection. I'll be like, okay, so if I get it, say, in whatever, you get the point. If I draw it, I will pick another shadow in that palette to pan, but it'll be my choice. If I get shades that are basically identical, I will regenerate a shade. So if I get two whites, you know, if you can't tell the difference in the swatch or the shade, it's just, you know, if you can't tell the difference, then I'm just gonna regenerate it. I won't do a shade that I have hit pan on, which I'm not really worried about because I essentially have 0% pan. So yeah. So I will, if I, on the off chance I draw the one shade I have pan in, I will redraw. So yeah, I'm really excited about this project. I hope you all can be patient with me as I go through it, because to be perfectly honest, I think it's going to take me a long time to hit pan on shadows, just because I haven't used hardly anything at all apparently. Like when I was looking through my collection, I was like, nothing looks like it's been used, even though I wear eyeshadow every day. So you might get a bunch of updates where I'm like, sorry guys, I didn't hit anything, but I'll at least show you my progress every month and we'll keep going. After a shadow has been used 60 times, I reserve the right to roll it out. So that is one of the rules I'm giving myself. If after 60 uses, I am like, you know what, I still haven't hit pan, but I'm not enjoying this shadow, I reserve the right to roll it out. I think that's more than fair. And to be honest, I don't even really have to justify it. It's my own project and I can do what I want with my project. But yeah, I wish I had the phone to like show you guys the app, but my camera is currently broken. So I'm going to be using Google's random generator and I will just be showing the shades to you guys. All right, let me generate some numbers and I'll be right back. Okay, so the first number I drew was number 313, which is from the Tarte Toasted palette. And it is actually the shade Candle right there. I am very, very, very excited about this. I know Tarte shadows take a really long time to pan, but at least it's a good, even if everything else I get is crazy, that's a shade I can use like every day because it's just a all over the lid shade. So yeah, shade number 1, Tarte Toasted Candle. The second number I generated was number 37. That is from my Naked 3 palette. And it is this shade right here, Strange. So, an all around nude color. So yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, it's hard not to be okay with it. Shade number 2, Strange from Naked 3. Okay, the next number I got was 26. It was actually from the Naked 2 palette and it was the shade Half Baked. I am not going to be pulling that one in because it is already a shade right here in my original Naked palette, and I'm already making an effort to reach for this, so we're just going to generate a new number and go from there. All right, the next number was number 196. It was from the MAC Cool Neutral palette. And it is this shade right here called Blackberry. It's a matte shade, so that's good. It is just like a purpley shade. I'll be honest, I'm not overly sure how long it takes to pan a MAC shadow, but I mean, it'll be good. It'll be good. I mean, I've enjoyed this collection before and I've had this one for a while, so it's time to start showing some love to this palette. Alright, so the next number I drew was number 438, and this is exciting and terrifying for me. So it is from my ABH Subculture palette, and it is this yellow shade Edge. Whew, whew. I know everybody complained about this getting a lot of fallout, but I hope that's true because that is way, way outside my comfort zone, guys. Like, oh, but that's why I'm doing this, right? Push myself outside my comfort zone, but y'all don't know about that. I don't know about that shade. We'll figure it out though. Shadow number 4, Anastasia or ABH Subculture Palette. All right, the last number, it was 186, which is actually from my Urban Decay Smoked palette. God, I loved this palette when it came out, and I haven't used it in forever, mainly because I bought it when I was like, this is the best palette for going out. And now I mean, I go out, but I don't wear, like, I'm not doing the sexy, sultry, smoky eye anymore. No, I just don't. Oh well, but I did love this palette. So the shade I actually drew, unfortunately, was this blackout shade. Per the rules that I have, I'm not gonna paint this shade, obviously. We're not doing the black. So I get to pick another shade in here, and I'm actually gonna go with this Freestyle shade. I know that's a super safe choice, but it's a color I love, and I think it fits best with it being summer. I don't really see me using the rest of these. But yeah, so I will be panning this one right here, the Urban Decay Smoke Palette, the shade Freestyle. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm very excited to start on this project. Again, you can tell a lot of these shades don't have a lot of use, so it's going to be slow going, but it's going to be fine because I'm going to be digging into these palettes. I don't expect a lot of progress from this first month. I am on vacation the first part of this month, so, you know, it might be initially especially slow going, just besides how long it takes to pan a shadow anyway. But yeah, I'm excited. Thanks for hanging out with me. All right, so I actually already filmed an ending to this video, and then I realized I didn't show you the swatches, so you have no clue what it looks like. Oh, y'all, I am 7 shades of special. All right, so I showed you all the colors. This is what we're working with right now, okay? This is from Toasted, Naked 3, the MAC Cool Tones palette, Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette, and then that one right there is from the Urban Decay Smoky palette. So yeah, a lot to work with there. I'm actually pretty excited. This is a nice gentle start for me, so hopefully we'll have good luck. Be patient with me. It's gonna take me a while. I know that. I've told you guys that. So, you know, if I get any more percentage, I'll be happy. My goal is just to get to 1% this year in my collection of pan showing. So yeah, I'm excited. We'll get started. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful day. Be fabulous. Be you. Bye, guys.